Hey everyone, just from the title alone, you should know we've got a pretty spicy gameplay to show you all today. He's probably someone you've never heard about, but he's actually been in the scene for a while, playing on teams such as Sengoku Gaming, Machi Esports, Flash Wolves, and V3 Esports for upwards of 3 years. His name is Boogie, and this year he moved from Asia to North America and has been absolutely tearing up the solo queue ladder, even hitting rank 1 while simultaneously holding the number 3 spot as well. His IGN My Dream LCS should tell you that he's got some pro player aspirations here in NA, and we definitely think that he has the potential to easily become one of the best junglers in North America. Before we jump into the gameplay, just know that this game is also versus another rank 1 player in Onda. He definitely doesn't have easy opposition. So how does he dominate the game versus these very capable players, and what kind of strategies does he employ in order to get ahead? Today we're going to delve into both questions, so let's get started. Right off the bat, he's willing to invade and stand his ground to introduce some volatility into the early game. Knowing that Nidalee is strong at level 1 just due to having range, as well as having a karma for extra damage, they send 4 to start at the enemy red. Unfortunately, the enemy ADC rotates upwards while theirs does not. However, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. While it will cause Boogie to not be able to invade the red buff, Caitlyn will be able to push the wave bottom and deny farm at the tower, getting a lot of solo experience and making the enemy miss XP as well. It's important to realize sometimes that even though you may individually lose out on a play, that your team can get things for it, and it can stop you from making irrational decisions because you feel like you're losing the game when you aren't. He's forced back to his blue to start a camp, but from here, what would you do? Boogie knows that because he had to walk all the way back from the enemy jungle to his blue, that he's behind in tempo on the Lilia who just got to do her raptors during that time. Because of this, if he clears his jungle downwards, he knows that he's going to be behind Lilia in terms of pacing. He'll get to bot crab late or under her level, and then forcing a play on the same side of the map will be really difficult. So what's the solution? He's going to interrupt her tempo advantage by invading right away. While he didn't get the enemy buff at level 1, he did get valuable information through his wards, and now he uses that to beautifully land every skill shot and shut down Lilia before she can become a problem for the bot side of the map. From here, he knows that going to Lilia's red would let him take it away, so should he do it? Even though he would get Lilia's red, the fact that there aren't any camps around it, and that he hasn't killed any of his own camps means that it would be really inefficient for his future pathing. By going to the enemy red and then returning to his own camps afterwards, his second respawn of camps would be much later due to the delay, and he would fall behind Lilia in level. Sometimes it's very valuable to make sure your camps are respawning before you make plays, especially at challenger level where opportunities for free kills are much rarer than in lower elos. He clears down, grabs his red buff, and sees that the enemy support is roaming on a ward. He decides to pinch the Senna as his support roams up as well and lands a free kill. From here, what would you look to do? From this play, we've gathered a bit of information. 1, that Lilia just did bottom crab. 2, that she's still on bot side from an E she threw at him moments ago. And 3, that top lane is teleporting back to lane. From this and the timer in the game, we can tell that Lilia's camps are back up again on top side. We can also assume that top crab is still up and that her bot side camps are down. Now we should really look to pressure top side since that's where all of our available plays are. Boogie runs straight through mid and looks to chunk out the enemy mid laner. It's not even important that he kills him here. He just wants to get Zilean's HP low so that he can't rotate to any play that he's about to make. He's down to keep pressuring and fighting mid even once Lilia shows up, since he's ranged with red buff and Lilia is wasting her time here as well. He ends up outplaying really hard, scoring a kill, and then moving into topside like he originally planned to do. He's able to use the death timer to take away top crab, get deep vision, and counter jungle Lilia's Krug camp. Not going to his own camps or recalling after bottom crab set all of this up, and it's something that a lot of players wouldn't be willing to go for. But Boogie's style is high risk, high reward. He has excellent mechanics and loves fighting a lot to take advantage of them. To further prove that point, after recalling, he goes straight to his raptor camp, and then instead of farming other things, looks to immediately invade with the vision that he just set up from the earlier play. The way he paths just flows so easily into each movement, it's really quite impressive to watch. He sits in the bush and waits for Lilia, but she never comes. However, because he's here, he's positioned really close to multiple different plays that could break out. He's ready to counter gank mid if it happens, or just assist with any proactive play. Noticing that a skirmish breaks out, he runs to help and picks up another kill onto the Zilean. After going back to his jungle just for blue buff, he takes top crab and looks to pressure the map some more. He ganks mid again and transitions through to the other side of the map. Even without bottom prio and all of his jungle camps being up, he still chooses to go mess with Lilia instead. Again, this kind of style can be super impactful, but it is high risk, high reward. If you trust your mechanics and your ability to weave in and out of fights, just drawing the enemy laners away and making them deal with you by being a nuisance is enough to snowball games. If laners have to react to you, you get something based on them just missing gold and XP. He plays the fight perfectly, stalling time for his laners to rotate before fully committing, and from here he's able to take away the enemy jungle and start up the dragon. Note that dragon hasn't been touched by either team until just now, when it's convenient. We preach this a lot, but counter jungling and invading just leads to bigger advantages more often than not, and dragon is often not that sought after. He farms just his red and raptors since he really needs to spend all of the gold that he just picked up. And now he's going to book it to topside to once again contest Lilia for things that she wants to do. Because of his smart pathing and how snowballed he is, he's able to easily push Lilia off of the rift and take top crab as well. This is why it's so important to constantly path into the enemy jungler when you're ahead. If he hadn't and had delayed earlier to take away more camps, he would have given it over 2 important objectives and allowed Lilia to scale for free. And just because he contested for 2 things and won, it doesn't mean that he needs to stop now. He continues to keep up the relentless attack on Lilia and invades again, stealing away her red, forcing a winning fight, and overall just setting up his team to have a really easy coast to victory. There isn't much that needs to be said about what he's able to do now. With such a huge lead, he just continues to pressure over and over and over again, and Lilia just can't find room to breathe at all. We want to remind everyone that the enemy jungler is a rank 1 player, and he can't deal with the amount of pressure that Boogie is putting out. With that in mind, if you do this to the enemy jungler in solo queue, there's literally no chance that they'll know how to respond. Obviously, this style is difficult to pull off, but here at SkillCapped, we are a big proponent of limit testing, and it's for this exact reason. Through playing this style for thousands of games, Boogie has fine-tuned his senses and knows exactly how to get away with the plays he's making. You have to start somewhere, and attempting to emulate this style will be punished at first. But over the course of time, you can adapt quicker because you'll be forcing more fights, more interactions, and giving yourself more chances to learn. And that brings us to the end of this video. We hope that you enjoyed watching Boogie dominate solo queue as much as we did. And if you didn't know he existed before this, then now you know exactly who to look out for when it comes to promising young players. And if you're serious about truly becoming a better jungler and climbing fast, then check out SkillCapped. It's the best place to improve at League of Legends. We have hundreds of guides just like this one, and we upload tons of new videos to our site each week. If you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using SkillCapped, you can claim a full refund, so there's no risk. That's like a gym membership guaranteeing you'll get ripped. We offer this because our service really does work, and if it doesn't, you shouldn't pay for it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.